I just wanted to give you a shout out to all those new EZ-Wok owners. You know who you are: David, DC, Alpish, Alex, John. I'm forgetting a few. Gary, Rory, all you guys that are going to start experiencing cooking with the EZ-Wok system. This video today I'm going to show you is just how to adjust your hose and regulator, how to connect it to the tank. So what we're going to do is get busy. I'll bring up I use this 3-gallon tank. I usually take it camping with me, so that's why I have the smaller one. In your package, you'll get the 0 to 60 pound PSI regulator with a 4-foot hose. We've done a modification on the burner to make it simple to connect, which is this 90-degree brass fitting. So when we connect it to the hose, it's really simple. It's just brass to brass, and once you get it up there snug, we'll put a little wrench on it just to snug it up. There's a couple adjustments. The main adjustment on the regulator is the top knob here that will increase or decrease the pressure. So once we hook it up, I'm going to show you what happens with the flame and how we would want to set it first, so we don't burn everything that we try to cook. The other adjustment is actually in the burner, and it's underneath. And you can see right here that there's this a washer on the valve stem, and this will control the air and fuel mixture. So the first thing we'll do is we'll hook the regulator to the tank. Get the threads in here, and I'm just going to hand tighten it right now. And then the only tool that we're going to need is a small crescent wrench. So now that we've got the regulator in the tank, what we're going to do is just snug this up here. It's brass to brass, soft metal, so there's no need to over crank it. It's just you want to make it nice and snug. Okay, that's it. And then the next thing we're going to do is come over here and take the end of the hose and put it to our burner, our 90-degree brass fitting. Finger tighten it all the way, and then we're going to just put a little love on that one. That's it. Okay, and now to light this thing, what you're going to want to do is make sure that both the pilot valve, which is on the right side here, you see the tube favoring the right side of the valve, is closed, as well as the main valve is closed. So we want to double check and make sure those are closed. The next thing we're going to do is open up the main valve. We're going to put the line under pressure, and preferably if you have a spray bottle with water and soap in it, we're going to spray the connections to see if there's any air bubbles before we put a match to the pilot tube. Okay, so now what we're going to do is open up the main valve. Now that we've got the line under pressure, and we've checked for any air bubbles with our spray hose, what we're going to simply do is open up the pilot valve that's on the right side, and you'll hear the fuel flowing. You hear that? Okay, we got gas flow. All right, so now that we've got all our connections right, and we have fuel in the line, it's under pressure, we're going to light the pilot light, and now I'm going to show you the adjustments on the flame. So what we're going to do is light the pilot light. Just open it enough and you'll hear the fuel coming out. You don't want it blasting like this. Just dial it way down just so you hear it coming out. All right? And then we'll light that pilot light like that. Okay? And now what we're going to do is open up the main valve. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to set the flame full bore, and then we're going to back off the regulator halfway, and then we'll leave that regulator set like that. So what I'm going to do is open up the main valve full bore, And now what we have is about 1.25 inch blue flame. In the X7 burner, there's 140 of those. So it's a very intense flame. Now what we want to do with the regulator is back off the pressure a little bit. You can hear it as well as see it. So we're going to back it off. I'm bringing those blue flames down to about 1 inch to 3/4 inch. So now when we have the burner all the way open, this would be the setting I would like to see you start at, so we don't burn our foods right off the bat. Now from this point, what we'll do is just control the flames with the main valve on the burner, which is on the left side. So now we can just dial this back a little bit, and now we can bring the flame down or up, full bore, down or up, okay? So the other adjustment that I want to show you is the round washer on the valve stem underneath the burner I showed you. Is by opening it up and letting more air come into the mix, we can soften up the flame a bit. And if we close it down, it will intensify the flame. So I'm going to show you how to do that. What we're going to do is open the valve full bore, and we'll just, for the sake of showing you, I'm going to increase the pressure a little bit. Now I'm going to open up the air intake on the bottom of the stem, so a lot of air comes into here. And you can see how the flame softens up a bit and becomes more of a red flame and not so intense. If we want to intensify that flame, then we'll just close down this washer on the valve stem. So that's how we adjust the hose and the regulator and the burner and the valve. There's one other thing I want to share with you, is that when you're done cooking, what I like to do is to drain the line of fuel. So what I will do is increase the heat, and then I will shut off the main valve on the tank. And what this will do is suck all that fuel out, and then our line is free from fuel. I hope you enjoy the experience of cooking on a wok with nice high heat.